Hello and welcome. I have a thrift haul for y'all and I am super excited to share it with you because I don't normally pick up stuff like this, and I definitely don't normally pick stuff up like this in this volume. Of course, I will have my regular clothing goodies at the end, but I have a fat stack of vintage vinyl to share with you. I recently went to the Goodwill by my house because I hadn't been there in a while, and I had this gut feeling that I needed to go thrifting there. Also, I had to drop off packages, so it was kind of like already there, so I only needed a little bit of a push to actually go in, and oh my goodness. So it's still in my United States Post Office container because, again, like I said, I dropped off my packages, but it is full of vinyl. You can see Lionel Richie peeping out of there. Hey, so editing Bob here and my producer Miss Moxie, and you guys are probably going to see me a few times throughout this video, and that's due to the fact that, hi baby, this is going to be the only time this year where I'm going to do a haul and not have everything listed. And that is because, as you guys saw, there is a lot of records and they are selling as soon as I am listing them, but it's taking me a while to list each one because I am listening to them. I've never bought and sold vinyl before, and when I realized that things were selling as almost as soon as I'm listing it, I didn't want to have to deal with returns with something as fragile as vinyl records, and I just wanted to give them the best chance of selling because vinyl is really hot right now. And prior to this find, I actually would normally pick up a few records, you know, if I found them for really cheap, and just take them to a secondhand shop by me for store credit and then trade them in for books because I'm a giant nerd. But these records were too valuable for me to do that and not feel like I was giving up too much money. And so I bit the bullet and bought all the things I needed, and including the cardboard sleeves, and that has paid off dividends. So if you do not see a record with either a sold listing, because again, these things are selling super fast, or a actual listing, that is because it's not listed yet. It's going to be a slow process, but I am going to go through it. But it's getting to the point in my what sold videos where like a record's gonna show up almost every week. So it felt like I needed to put this video out just so that way you guys can see the whole collection, and then you know, you'll see it throughout my what sold videos. But thanks for hanging out with me, and I will probably see you again, and you will definitely see this one. And she's trying to get in my lap and doesn't know if she really wants to be here or not. Look at that face. And I'm so excited to show you what I picked up because I saw Lionel Richie here dancing on the ceiling, and I live in Newport News, Virginia. So when I was going through the books and I looked over and saw Mr. Richie here staring back at me, I was like, that has to be a fresh stack of vinyl because this would not still be there if this had been out over the weekend. So I immediately saw this and picked this one up, and then just flipping through was absolute magic. I already posted a reel on Instagram, but I'm gonna actually show you everything now. I did actually open everything up. Look at him feeling himself. I did open everything up and check to make sure the vinyl was in decent shape, and I've dusted everything because there are fingerprints on some of these, but I made sure to look to make sure, one, that there was no mold, because if you did not know, vinyl is made out of wax, and so if there is mildew from it being stored in improper conditions such as high humidity, that can affect the vinyl. And then of course checking for scratches. I don't have a record player, which is sad, I know. The Motown records, that's so cool. I don't have a vinyl record player. There is one at Second and Charles that I've been eyeing for a long time. It's not an original, it is a reproduction one that you can also hook up to your phone, but it is in a mid-century style, but it's $180, so that's just gonna stay there in my hopes and dreams. But maybe I can buy it from my proceeds from this. So here's Lionel Richie dancing on the ceiling. Hi again. So in total, I paid $130.50 for this haul. So I'm gonna go ahead and have that number up there in the corner so you guys can see why it was imperative for me to go ahead and put this video out. This has already sold, which is also why I kind of have to film this right now, because this is the final countdown from Europe. And not only is that amazing of itself that this record is from 1986, but it is brand new. It is sealed. It has never been opened. There is no creasing in here, and this is on its way to California. I thought this was just absolutely magical. Now it does have a little bit of scratches in the plastic, the sealed plastic, but it has not reached through the cardboard. So I just thought that this was amazing. Not only was I able to find so much awesome stuff, but like to find a dead stock piece, insane. I also got Men at Work from the Men Down Under. This is business as usual. And it does have Down Under on this record, which is why I picked it up. So I thought this was fantastic because Men at Work is Down Under is pretty much the song everybody knows. Like, they are kind of a one-hit wonder, Down Under. At least here in the States. They might have had better releases in Australia. But we have the Cars here. This is all from the 80s, by the way. So you got the Cars. And then there's the band on the back. Look at that. I love it. Got Eye of the Tiger. This one is opened, so don't feel bad about that. So this is Eye of the Tiger. And I did also have to check to make sure that the actual correct album was in there because, you know, sometimes they're not. And I think it's so cool. I didn't realize, again, because I've never had vinyl. My parents had vinyl. It was not fashionable for like 2 decades, and then it is now. It's so crazy, isn't that? But they have the lyrics posted on the sleeve that goes inside. But look at this album. It's so cool. I love this. I have never been so giddy to find media before. I mean, I'm sure if I was, you know, able to find a bunch of vintage video games, I would probably also be freaking out like this, but this is a once in a lifetime type of deal for me. This is Dogen. Back for the Attack. This is hair metal. I don't know any of this at all. I'm sorry if you are a metalhead and feel so sad that I don't know who these people are. I know some, but some of the more forgotten metal bands I don't know. So, but I thought this was really cool cover. This is quintessential from the 80s. This is from 1987. This was so crazy. I found an Ozzy Osbourne The Ultimate Sin edition. Oh, it's so cool. look at the Ozzy drawing on the back. I cannot. I mean, you still hear on the front, but it's just insane. This is such a hot album cover. I think that's just freaking amazing. It's so phenomenal. And then we got the Pretty Boys of Poison. Look at that, making guy liner a thing since the 80s. Probably since the late 70s, but look at that. Oh my god. They're all making duck face. Do you see that? They're like all making kissy duck face. Have Whitesnake, Bad Boys, Give Me All Your Love. Oh my god, I just cannot. Got Johnny Van Zant Band. I think this one is from, I can't see when this one came out, but I just thought the cover was cool. Like, most of these I did not look up when I was in the store, mostly because I was like, I know these bands, I know vinyl is hot, I'm sure that this is going to be great. Like, this is the Styx, The Grand Illusion. Look at how beautiful this cover is. It's got the dudes on the back. We have Angels, or Angs, yeah, it's Angel, sorry. Angel, this is Sinful. This is from 1979. Which is so cool. Look at the hair though. That's amazing. We have Angel again. This is Hell of a Band. Oh no, shoot. This is 1976. We went back instead of forward. Wow. This one doesn't have its protective sleeve, so I did look at it. This one does have a scratch, but because it was from the 70s, it has a couple scratches. I figured I'd try it anyway. That might have been a wrong thing to do, but because this album will not be listed because it has a skip that makes it sound like demons are coming to grab you and take you down to hell. It is in the middle of a scream in the song. Worst possible place for it, but yeah, that's not gonna get listed. So that was the only one that I had like significant damage where I was like, I'm gonna pick it up just because it was older. But I didn't remember that when I'm talking to you. And then we got Dream On, Aerosmith Greatest Hits, and Walk This Way. This one also has a skip, but because it's Aerosmith and it has a lot of their hits that I love on it, I am probably going to keep this one. I love this. So the problem is that because of the fact I do kind of want a record player, giving some of these up is going to be painful because these are originals, these aren't reprints. They had Motley Crue. Oh my god. Look at the back. It's Theater of Pain. Man, I love that like musicians on stage are dressing like that again and just like embracing whatever the heck they want to do. I love it. This is Loverboy. It's got The Kid Is Hot Tonight, Turn Me Loose, Prissy Prissy. I just thought this was great. We have another Styx album. This is Cornerstone. And I just think this is so cool because this one opens up in the back and then it's got the silver sleeve. Of course, all the lyrics are on the inside. I just think it's so cool. I have a Yes album. I'm so sorry if you're not into this. I'm gonna have to cover up his booty cheeks because they are very bare. You can see both cakes. But this is Yes. Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction. This is amazing. Look at how young Axl Rose is in this photo. I cannot. I just cannot believe I was able to find all this. This is, again, at one store. Somebody just donated their entire vintage album collection. 1988, this is Winger. I've never heard of this band, but I thought it was a cool looking album. We got Bon Jovi, Slippery When Wet. I know this album. I love this. It's got Let It Rock, Living on a Prayer, Wanted Dead or Alive. Can you believe this? Aerosmith. This is Rockin' a Hard Place. I actually got a couple of these albums. Oh my god, look at baby Steven Tyler. Oh, I cannot. He's so cute. I love those. Got Pat Benatar. This one might not be listed because I might keep this one. Because it's Pat Benatar. I'll have to think about this. If there's no listing over here, it means that I'm keeping this one. Another Poison album. This is Open Up and Say Ah. Oh my god, I cannot believe. Look at Bret Michaels. Did y'all ever watch like the reality show they made with Bret Michaels, like Bret Michaels Falling in Love? I don't remember what it was called, but I just remember it was really trashy. It was on like VH1. I was just like, this is weird. I don't like this. So I just didn't watch it, but I just thought that was funny. Rat Out of the Cellar, originally from Roses, and this album cost $8.49. Roses still exist, but there's like only a few stores now, and they are not what they were back when I was a kid. And I remember it being the department store, that and like Ames, just making me feel really old. This is from 1984. This is Striper, To Hell with the Devil. Again, if I hadn't heard the band, I just was like, it's probably hair metal because everything else is hair metal, so I should definitely get this. I got this because I thought it was cool. This is Dio, The Last in Line. I think that's the name of the band. I just thought it was an amazing looking album. What year is this one from? Are you gonna tell me? 1984. Look at that. And then this is an outlier, like Lionel Richie. I've got Alabama, Mountain Music, with not a great cover, but it's a thing that exists. And this is from 1982. Got Van Halen, OU812. I think this, oh, I don't know how many songs are on this one. Van Halen. I got Boston. I may keep this one too. It took nearly 6 years to conceive and complete this album. No orchestral instruments or synthesizers were used to create the sounds. Yeah, I might end up keeping this one. That's so cool. We got Aerosmith Permanent Vacation. Amazing. I might also keep this one because this one has Dude Looks Like a Lady on it, and that is one of my favorite songs by Aerosmith. Got Triumph, Allied Forces. I would absolutely love to have this entire outfit and this outfit. Oh my gosh. Another Motley Crue album. This is Girls, Girls, Girls. I'm actually gonna sell this one, even though I kind of don't want to because it's the one with Girls, Girls, Girls on it. Got the motorcycles in the back, the nice Harleys, and the loud hair. We have Great White, Once Bitten. Look at that. I love this. And then the guys on the back. We have the Genesis album, Invisible Touch. I love these. These like 70s psychedelic type of album covers. I think they're so cool. This is White Lion Pride. Again, simple, clean, striking guys on the back. And then a Rush with Grace Under Pressure, which is absolutely fantastic. And this is from 1984. Absolutely beautiful. This one has the Body Electric on it. But that is all the albums I picked up. So I picked up 37 albums in total. I actually paid $130 in total for everything that I'm going to show you, including the albums. So if it was just the albums, I roughly paid $2 a piece for those albums, and as I stated, some of them have already sold. So as you can tell, this is a completely different day, and that is because as I started actually listing the vinyl, they were selling as fast as I was listing them, which you guys can tell from the number of solds that have already flashed across the screen. So because I had, with some past hauls, also picked up from some vinyl and then just not listed it because I didn't feel comfortable because some of them had some scratching on them to list them untested, I went ahead and, due to the fact that I'd sold so many records from this haul already, went ahead and bought a record player. It is a modern reproduction of like the vintage style like suitcase record players. I just bought it off of Amazon, and I'm going to show you the footage of me opening it because I was weirdly excited. I did not expect to be like so stoked to do this, but I get it. I get it. I know my friend Victoria over at Super Geek is a big vinyl head, and I was also actually super surprised because my partner was just as weirdly like excited when I told him that I bought one. It's so cute. It comes in different colors. There are different styles. It's a Crosley? I don't know. But it's actually very inexpensive. I use my Amazon reward points because I do have an Amazon card that I pay off every month, and that's kind of how I do my living expenses, and then I can buy myself a treat like this. So I did use some of my reward points for that. All right, so now that you guys have seen all of the vinyl, that's where we are currently with the amount. Now, I did have to make some investments for this. You guys saw already the beautiful record player that I purchased, and I actually paid exactly $45.89 for that, so we're gonna subtract that out of the total. And then I went ahead and also bought some archival inner sleeves because some of the records were just raw inside of the cardboard sleeve. It was missing its inner lyrical sleeve. Cost $21.51, so I'm going to subtract that as well. And then of course I had to ship all these records, and because they were selling so quickly, I went ahead and invested in some 13 by 13 by 1 cardboard vinyl, specifically for vinyl, and that cost me $50.09. Yes, it was a lot, but I think, as you all can tell, it was a good investment. So even without the clothes, I'm in a good place, y'all. I'm in a great place. So this was amazing, and now I'm gonna give you back to Bob and she can finish this video up for you. That's amazing, but now I'm going to get into the clothing because some of that has also sold, so I have to film this before I send it off. But The first piece I have to show you is this amazing Western shirt. Y'all know how much I love selling pearl snaps, and when I literally saw this from like the shoes, and I was like, all right, what is this? This looks awesome. The brand doesn't necessarily matter so much as that the aesthetic. Like, this is a rodeo shirt. This is full of embroidery, front, back, on the sleeves. This is what you want when you're looking at pearl snaps. Now, if this looked like this and it was a vintage Wrangler piece or a double RL piece, or, you know, if the brand was better, it definitely would have sold for way more money. But if it looks like this and you're paying less than like $5 for it, you're gonna win almost no matter what the brand is. So I thought this was absolutely amazing, and somebody else did too because it already sold. I picked up this REI flannel. I know we are, you know, out of season for this, but I picked up a bunch of pants and long sleeve shirts because I don't know, I couldn't find anything in the short sleeves. So there's that. But this is REI. It is a long sleeve flannel, and it is a size small. So there's that. And then everything else is pants. This is We the Free. I picked this up because I almost never find Free People bottoms ever, and these are a light wash. These are a lighter wash. I mean, some people would debate that this is technically a medium wash, but it's a light medium wash. It does have the raw hem, but as you can see, they are skinny. And I know a lot of people are getting away from the skinny jeans, but I was like, I never find Free People. It is the raw hem, and it's the crop style, and it's a high rise. The only thing that's not going for it is it's a skinny. So some people still want to wear their skinny jeans, so I picked them up, and I'm going to hope for the best. The next pair is actually a pair of Old Navy jeans, and you're like, why in the world are you picking up Old Navy? That is because these are vintage. These are a vintage high-rise straight, and this is Y2K. I will put a link up here, or a picture up here, of the different Old Navy logos. And this is from the Y2K era. It's from like 1998 to 2005, so that's perfectly on trend. So I went ahead and picked up these Old Navies. I have had actually a decent luck selling Y2K Old Navy stuff. I mean, I've had okay luck selling it in like the shorts and skirts, but we'll see how the pants do. I found an Athleta piece, and these were unfortunately too short for me because I don't like cropped. These are an older style. This is the I Believe in You. This is the old tag. So I don't know if this may have been a mistake, but they're a straight leg, they're cropped style, and it's just a long black basic. So I don't know. I may have made a mistake with these, I will admit that, but maybe someone will want to buy them. Who knows? So the next brand is a brand that is really hot right now on reselling YouTube because people are rediscovering it or just discovering it, or I finally watched Amber Resells' video and learned about it. But it is Judy Blue, and I learned about it from a ThredUp box, and it was the first piece to sell like a few years ago. So I'm guessing it's just become more and more popular over the last 3 years. And I found a pair of Judy Blues. This is the first pair that didn't sell within like 48 hours of me listing it. So it might be because it is a slimmer fit. This is the boyfriend fit, and it also might be because it's a smaller size, it's size 26. They do have a lot of stretch in them. It's also a medium wash, so I don't know, but I picked these up because I have a lot of faith in Judy Blue due to the fact that I have a history with Judy Blue and then selling really quickly. So maybe this is just the one style of Judy Blue that doesn't sell quickly. I mean, I've even sold vintage Judy Blue like that. So maybe don't pick up the boyfriend fit because it's the only one that hasn't sold in 48 hours, and to learn from my mistakes. The last thing I have to share with you guys is another pair of jeans. These are khaki. And the reason I picked these up is because these are the 501s. 501s are selling really well for men's denim, and I specifically looked up this size and this color. So this is the khaki size, or the khaki size. This is the khaki color in size 38-32. And when I looked at it, I saw it had 100% sell-through with specific color, style, size, and brand. And hoping the same luck. But these are in excellent condition. I know for men's, I've talked about picking up the 505s. I've also talked about picking up the 560s. So this is my first time trying the 501s, and we'll see how it goes. But that is everything I picked up this day. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all the records as much as I did, because I enjoyed being able to play them as well. And it was just really nice to be able to buy myself a treat. And then also now I can actually enjoy the records until they sell, and I'm really excited. And it was really, I don't know, this was just overall just a lovely find. Again, once in a lifetime find. I cannot believe what some of these records are worth and have already sold for. There we go. Vinyl's hot right now, if you didn't know. Not all vinyl is hot, but apparently the stuff I picked up was. So I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, bye! Bye.